like that. Okay, so here's what I mean by all that. There. Yeah, I thought it was the overlap. What is the next step in the sequence? Well, that's an interesting one there. Unless that's how to solve that. I can get rid of this and this. Take a picture of that. It's how to solve how to turn those lights on. Although that in of itself is a puzzle. I wonder how many of you out there in internet land actually recognize some of these formulas, because I'm starting to recognize some of these formulas, particularly the Pythagorean theorem. So what are the differences here? I mean, those first two can sort of fit into each other. And if they do, wait a minute, they do fit into each other. That's the last one of those. So, and I'm writing this down in real life. The next step in the sequence is the sum of the previous two. That means, how am I going to do this? I'm going to do a little grid here. And then put X's where the black spots are. So the middle two in the top row, all but the second from the left in the middle row, and the first two in the bottom row are all black, the rest are white. Now what that... Hold on a minute. A box of plant fertilizer. Too bad there's only fake plants in here. And speaking of... Actually, no, I think those numbers are the numbers of, like... It's fertilizer-specific stuff. The proportions of chemicals. I got a wrench. The hacksaw is stuck and the vice clamp handle is missing. Do I have anything that can pass for one? No. I think I've worked out all I can here. So that's that side room dealt with. Problem is there's so much I need in this, like replace that fuse, refuel that generator, I guess, and find old hose as opposed to an extension cable that I can use to fix the pump. And if I fix the pump, I can get the water, so I'm gonna have to do that first. Wait a minute, these tanks must be for storing water. But where do they go? Here, it looks like. Does that mean I can use the faucet as long as it's got a strong enough grip on it? What if that's the case? The faucet might not be working now, but if I were to take a wrench to it, apparently the wrench didn't work. So this key, where does it go? But I don't think there's anything in here that's locked. The only unresolved thing I've got here is... Well, no, I think I've closed out this room completely. Used all the information I can get in here. What's this place, though? The whole way it has flooded. Too bad I left the wetsuit behind. I wonder why I did that. But that explains why I need to get the pump working. Oh, wait a second. No, didn't mean to. Got a wrench. I can take this fan blade, this timing belt. Glad I can't go in there, actually. It'd be downright silly me trying to do so. But what do I need a fan blade and a timing belt for? Let me double check that pump. Maybe, yeah, I thought... So it was missing its timing belt, it didn't need a hose. But the fan blade, what am I going to do with the fan blade? Let me see, there's like one thing it's locked, and it might be the machine room. Is that it? Or wait, no. I need an access card to get there. And it looks as though I really and truly am finished with this room, at least until I get the power on. Hold on a second. There was a flooded room in the, like, there. What if I were to fill my pot from... Yeah, okay. I can do that. It would be pretty terrible if I couldn't. Alright. So you mix sugar, hard liquor, and potassium nitrate. I'll mix the... Gotta put the pot down first. You'd think there'd be liquor in here. This is a bar after all, isn't it? Wait a minute. I wasn't able to get to this panel before, but there's the combination for it that I found downstairs. I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. Bottle of hard liquor. Must have been someone's secret stash. So I'm going to put this pot of water here. We got to add the stuff like the sugar, fertilizer, and popsicle. And then what? Heat it up until it boils and hope it doesn't explode. There we go. Yeah. So I thought for a minute that I'd have to wait for it to boil, but if I waited for it too long, it would explode, and that would be, well, game over. So I'll just refill that. There we go. How do I start this thing? It's like starting a lawnmower. Wait a minute, I need a fuse, right? Where would I find one of them? And in a related question, what, uh, where is there a locked like cabinet or anything like that? Would it be in here? Wait a minute, what if I were to use these no. Okay, there isn't anything I can do down there. And here... well, this needs a number. Wait a minute. Why would somebody lock up a fridge? I have no idea, but I think this might be the key to it. Yeah, here we go. I feel like your egg's hard boiled. Are these eggs? Oh, it's a cue ball disguised as an egg. What do I need the cue ball for? Maybe I'm going to take it over to the game room. Maybe that's where the fuse is, in the game room. I'm going to set the cue ball there. Wait a minute. An Allen key. Again, what on earth? Or maybe this isn't an Allen key, but can I use this with the... no. Again. But I don't think I've encountered anything that needs an Allen key. And I need to do anything with this TV anyway. Wait a minute. Why do I didn't know I could do that either. Oh, I can use the fuse from the TV. I didn't think it had a fuse back there. In that case, I can plug this fuse in and turn on the... what else could I be missing? There really isn't anything... I mean, I filled up the fuel tank. Maybe he needs a fan blade? Doesn't need a timing belt. Unless what I have to do is plug in the extension cable to the generator. That's why I had all this time. Okay, so that got things going. Now I'm wondering if wondering what that did. Did it drain the water from... yeah, it did drain the water. Hello, what? Sandy W. This must have been her room. This sure does go back a ways. March 21st, 1995. It's been a long journey, but I finally arrived at this facility after waiting around in Alaska for a while. I'm really excited to start my career in this facility, although I'm unclear as to what sort of research is done here. I keep thinking back to how I was hired in the first place. My physics professor approaching me and convincing me for an experience that, as he put it, is an opportunity of a lifetime. Yeah, that's cliche. I'm guessing, scratched out, that this place is similar to a top-secret military base. although even more secretive because nobody knows of this place's existence in the first place. Hopefully no one will storm this place anytime soon. Next day, I've gotten to know the other two fresh recruits, Simon and Aaron. They're nice enough, but mostly keep to themselves. Apparently we have to go through orientation before heading over to the main facility, which I found out is simply called Lambda. Hopefully this won't take too long. I'm anxious to reconvene with my prof and start my research. 3 days later, my manager has briefed me about what I will be doing here, and although I don't have nearly enough time to explain everything in detail here, let me just say that it has the potential to turn the scientific community on its head. As he was explaining, I thought he was joking, as his words sounded more like an excerpt from a science fiction novel and less like studies from a research experiment. Needless to say, I can't wait to see this experiment with my own eyes, although I'm confused as to why I was approached for this position in the first place. Not that I'm unintelligent, but I certainly wasn't the brightest student in my class. March 27th, 1995. My manager tells me the admission process is almost complete. I finished orientation today. Most of it went over the basic stuff about safety and workplace environment and all that. They do have some strange rules about Lambda, though. Here are some oddities they mentioned. Under no circumstance will you ever leave your residence quarters between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. If an evacuation order is given between these times, wait to hear from your manager for further instructions. It is prohibited to make any noise louder than 80 decibels. This includes but is not limited to music, conversation, and entertainment sounds scratched out. 80 decibels. I'm not exactly sure how loud that is. All personnel must undergo a mandatory psychological evaluation every 2 weeks. If deemed mentally unstable, the subject must leave Facility Lambda until it is deemed safe for them to return. I don't know if I'm just being paranoid, but some of these rules sound very unusual. Yeah, especially that noise one. I mean, I forget exactly how loud 80 decibels is. 120 is a jet plane. Conversation, I think, is below 80. Maybe, but it's possible that if somebody yells at somebody else, that might be above 80. March 28th, 1995. Well, I've been authorized for entry into Lambda. I'm a little apprehensive now that I've gone through orientation, but I've already signed the non-disclosure agreement, so I guess there's no going back now. What's this? A flashlight. Anything else on this desk? Now's not time for sleep. I need to find a way out of this place. Well, I would like to find out whether or not there's anything under the covers or under the pillow or something. But I don't guess there is. Alright. Another room. A plus B plus C plus D equals E. Okay, I can get rid of this picture. This too. And take a picture of that. All those colors. Gotta mean something. So these sliders, they're another combination, but I don't have the info for it anywhere around here. Boy. Yeah, I don't know whose room this was, but somebody must have wrecked it. Okay, and here's the bathroom. Doors jammed. Maybe if I had some more leverage. What do I have in here? The fan blades? No. I need like a crowbar or something. Guess there's these two rooms down here. I guess that's it. I have a flashlight, but there's nothing dark enough for a flashlight.